So let's get on to bad wrestling matches.
Okay, then.
Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt.
Now, I like Bray Wyatt's aesthetic the first few times I've seen it, but even my love of this gimmick is starting to wane a little.
Completely. He had a gimmick that was, at this point, as hot as it ever was. And they'd really, really stuck a rocket under him by giving him the title. The Wyatt character was huge. People really, really got behind it. They really, really liked it. And they just felt that what the character would be was limiting. And that they'd never make Bray Wyatt in this sort of persona a champion of the brand. It just wouldn't be the thing when you could have Randy Orton or someone like that. And they did make Bray Wyatt the champion, and it seemed like a real breakthrough. This was the first sort of, if you like, character who was a champion for a long, long time, since really Kane and Undertaker, really. And the more they pushed it, the bigger it became. So as long as they didn't have him just lose the belt to Randy Orton in this match, then, that was a thing that could grow and grow and grow. Instead, of course, well done, they it right up. When bad matches happen, there is one thing that you can have when you watch it, is you go, well, I've got through it. I didn't know it was bad in advance. I've put myself through it, but now I never have to watch it again. And I remember thinking that when I saw this the first time. And when it started this time, I actually had a feeling of fucking dread. Bray Wyatt would sort of go, that's exactly what I'm trying. No,
it was not that kind of dread.
I would say it's nothing to do with you. It did have something to do with you because you were in the match.
Yeah.
But I properly thought, I remember this being a bad time. I really dreaded sort of sitting through it again because I remember this being so fucking bad.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely interminable. It's so boring.
Yeah.
2/3 of it is Randy Orton just pacing around, just looking out at the crowd and not doing anything. It is just Bray Wyatt will then walk from here and there, laugh, walk over here. Randy Orton, walk, look. Walk, look.
Maggots.
I mean, the maggots and the flies being projected onto the ring, it's a cool effect.
Yeah.
It didn't have anything beyond that.
No.
So when they flick it on the ring the first time, everyone goes, whoa!
Yeah.
And they go, no, it's just a slide.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt has just set up a slide system to show you some maggots.
And the referee is like, jumps out of the
whoa!
ring.
Whoa!
Oh, big maggots.
No, do you know, I'm terrified of slides being projected. I mean, it's a good effect, but it doesn't have any meaning. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do it, and you go, fuck, everyone fell over.
Yeah, because the thing that gets me is, right, if you're lying down on a ring and something's projected, you can't see it anyway, and so Randy Orton wouldn't really figure out what the hell was going on. And also, the maggots and the cockroaches and stuff, they would have had a conversation about, right, this high-definition projector that we're getting flown in for, fucking 40 grand a night, do we want the maggots to be life-size or big maggots?
Yes.
Because if they're big maggots, it's not really realistic for the wrestler to be scared of them.
No.
It's clearly just, well, they don't exist.
That's a light. Must have a slide. Is there a... Yeah, I can see it's coming out from there. Yeah. But that's the thing, isn't it? You sort of go, what is it? What's the end game of this? Yeah. What was it supposed to do? It's playing mind games with Randy Orton. The number of times on WWE, they will say, playing mind games.
Yeah.
I think in this WrestleMania, there's actually a bit where Baron Corbin hits Dean Ambrose with like a stick, and the commentator goes, playing mind games with Dean Ambrose. Right? That is a perfect example of them going, playing mind games.
Yeah, I've got nothing to say about this.
If someone like jumps out at you, goes boo, and you just go, I'd already seen you.
Yeah.
You can't just go, it's mind games. Things that don't work aren't mind games. There is no end result to that. What was he expect? How was that going to help him win the match? How is it? Bray Wyatt, sit down. How is that going to help you? The best thing about it is when he does the third one, which I think is the maggot one, the mind games have worked so well that Randy Orton immediately hits him with an RKO and the match is over. The crowd, silent throughout, and rightly, because nothing fucking happens.
Well, they start laughing at the cockroach bit. They go,
They do, yeah. We paid for this. People look really, really disappointed in the audience when it happens. They look like, I did not see that coming. And it's not the look of, oh my God.
Yeah.
Because Randy Orton, when he wins matches, of course he does. He's Randy Orton. He's a main eventer. He's been a main eventer for 15 years by this point. When you get Bray Wyatt losing, people are going, did not see that coming because that doesn't make any fucking sense. WWE have a really, really, really bad habit of continually going back to Randy Orton when they're just like, this is going well, but maybe too well. So let's give it to Randy Orton, because then we can take the temperature down a bit and we can just think about where we're going with this. I mean, it's just madness. The other thing that this match didn't do, and this is what is really frustrating, is it did not teach the WWE that stupid special effects and Bray Wyatt don't really go together. People don't watch Bray Wyatt because they like the fact that when he's in a Hell in a Cell, everything is in red light.
Yeah.
They like the character of Bray Wyatt. It's something new, it's something fresh. I mean, it has been going 6-7 years now, but what they don't like is the fucking gimmicks that don't make any sense.
Yeah.
And so when you see this, you're seeing the first time there's a failed gimmick with Bray Wyatt, and you're seeing the first time when the WWE go, no, I don't think it was the gimmick they hated. I think it was something else, something entirely different.
Yeah.
The bits where they booed and laughed and went quiet, yes, they coincided with the special effects, but I think the crowd are wrong. So when I see that bit there, I just sort of go, there's a sort of sense of a company that refuses to learn because it's determined to say, no, we were right. This match was actually voted the Wrestling Observer's worst match of the year for 2017. Again, that is not a protest vote. That is because if you've seen this match, it is the worst match of the year. It's so bad. What a waste of two people. Randy Orton, I really like as a talent. I think he's a really good guy. It's just that they book him so boringly. And this is a perfect example. Neither of those men you would expect to be in the worst match of the year. And when you see it, that is one of the worst matches you will ever see.
Mark, Randy burned down his house. He needed some closure on that.
He did.
Okay? He needed to have
the best way to do that, Pete, would be to show him a slide of some moving insects.
Some big maggots.
And then lose. He won't do that again. Oh, right. Then, wonder of wonders. As I'm thinking, will this never end? Yeah. Out comes Pitbull for 3 songs. Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide!
What is he?
Yeah.
What is this? He's not a musician, is he?
No.
Everyone is doing music about him, and when he does it, it's not music. He's just a yeller.
He's the Leisure Suit Larry for the millennial generation.
He was a deeply unlikable young man. He really was. I say young man. He looked about 50. I don't know what he is, but you can't see him.
No,
it's just you can't. There's no sort of distinguishing.
He could walk down the street and no one would really sort of.
I picture him like a silhouette. I can picture sort of like his body shape.
I know what the Leica
no
Mobile
face.
mascot looks like. Similar physique, similar big heads.
Yeah,
but one of them is a world. At least that is, you know, it's got a bit of charisma to it.
Yeah, I'm not convinced he's actually a real. It does seem like it's a sort of thing where you go, did you not realise that for the last 10 years, Pitbull is just generated? It's a generated thing, and it's a sort of, we've never said this, but we wanted to show the technology works.
Yeah, the deep faking,
oh yeah, no, I wasn't actually fooled by that. I don't. We are going to go through what, when I was watching it, I was thinking, oh, right, this must be the main event. I had that thing of not really paying much attention.
Yeah.
I wasn't the only one who thought it was the main event. Triple H thought it was the main event. Here he comes. It's Triple H versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins hot at this point, really, really good. I think the WWE are beginning to spread bet a bit on this, and they are going, Seth Rollins is remarkably over. We're having a little bit of teething problems with Roman Reigns getting him over. Yeah. So I think they've gone, do you know what? Maybe we should invest a little bit in this guy being the number one, just in case the Roman Reigns thing really doesn't work out. Worst comes to worst, you get 2 stars.
Yeah.
Good thing to remember that. If you don't put all your eggs in one basket, you can make more stars. And that's what the WWE have been singly quite bad at doing. Seth Rollins goes up against Triple H here. There's a sense as well that they're trying to do 2 things. One is slightly repeat that Daniel Bryan storyline from WrestleMania 30 that was so successful about the idea that Triple H is holding the talent down.
Yeah.
And the other one, of course, is saying that Seth Rollins will be passed the torch by Triple H. He comes out, Seth Rollins, holding a literal fucking torch. I mean, it couldn't have been any worse had Triple H come out with the torch, wrestled the whole match with it, and at the end actually passed it to him. You know, it's very, very strong. I think the other thing that Triple H likes about this is Triple H and Seth Rollins, not 1,000,000%, but they do look a bit like each other.
Right.
They've got quite big noses. And I think Triple H has sort of gone, he is just like a young me. And you go, well, he wrestles differently and he's at different... And Triple H would go, yeah, there are similarities. And I think what it would always come down to is you'd go, the nose.
He's got my nose.
He's got my nose.
Yeah.
And I think Triple H obviously goes, I like him. something intangible about him that I just feel...
He's got a big old con.
There must be more to it than that. No, don't think there is.
No.
I think of all the people you buried over the years, and there's one comes along and he's got your similar nose.
I like that guy's moxie.
In comes Triple H on his big bike.
Yeah, I know those bikes are meant to be cool and that, but the two wheels at the back just look like a little tricycle.
Do you know what happens? I think those bikes get to a certain size and then they tip over into being a mobility scooter.
Yes.
They've gone from motorbike to going, you're like one of those quite fancy ones that you tend to see, weirdly, parked outside pubs. The entrance is weird as well because Triple H has a load of popo around him, which is weird.
The police there.
I mean, not like private security.
No, the actual police. Yeah, because I was never his gimmick, was it? He wasn't a big police. He was a barbarian for a bit. Now he owns a private fleet of police enthusiasts.
He does a bit of quid pro quo work with the local police.
Don't
quite know what it is.
Yeah.
They also the entrance is shit. I mean, that said, I slag off the entrance. Triple H looks fucking brilliant here. I really like this era of a sort of grizzled, irritable corporate bully who's really easily slighted by younger men. I really like that. Like he finds it. They sort of go, I'm going to beat you. And he's like, that is an attack on my masculinity by a young whelp.
Yeah.
I'll
my wife with me.
Yeah,
as well.
I will teach you a fucking lesson. And do you know what? My wife's going to watch me do it. Still, plenty of life in the old dog yet.
Still got it. I mean, for 5 minutes. But
that's all I'm going to need.
Any triple... How long's this match? Where's my little list?
It's the longest match, Pete, on the show.
It's a non-sanctioned 25.5 minute. He is good to leave the ring in about 5.
Yeah.
He just starts blowing like you wouldn't believe. And he's been doing this for the last 5 years. He looks great. He's in good nick. But I don't know what you do to yourself physically to get that muscular and have no intensity in your training at all.
No.
That you go... Just do a few matches before that are equal amounts of time.
I mean, do we really want that, though, Pete? Is the answer.
Well, just be good at the 25 minutes, even if 20 minutes of those are just you exchanging punches.
So here's the thing. Maybe if 25 minutes is hard, go for 12. That's all it takes. Go for 12.
Half it until it's not a problem.
Absolutely. What happens here is we've started the first of what I would say are 5 matches where the people in it believe it's the main event.
Right,
and Triple H going for 25 minutes with this, it's just not necessary. It doesn't need to be this.
Has Triple H ever, it would be better for Triple H if he didn't have an entrance. It would be refreshing. Because you always know he's going to have a 5-minute entrance.
I tell you what, the other thing I noticed about this, no one else has an entrance.
No.
Only Triple H goes, it's really important for me to get some cars and some police. Undertaker, you can walk. I know it's the main event. Roman Reigns, you're fine. You're well over. Even Seth Rollins, you go, well, maybe Seth could... No. Do you know what? I've done this, and Sasha Banks got to go on something similar, which is clearly from the same place. That is all the entrances that we need. This felt so long. It just felt so long. 25 minutes, he's saying 30 seconds. Once again, you use these matches slightly as saying Triple H is not the hog that we talk about all the time, because this match made him the man who has lost at the most WrestleManias. Right. Previously, Shawn Michaels was tied with 11 defeats, and this one extra made Triple H have lost 12 matches. He's 9 wins and 12 matches overall at this point.
And he's been in a lot of them, though, to be fair, and he's put himself in every single last one.
Again, when you give yourself the longest match each time, when you always have a match against the hottest person in that year, you can't say, well, I lost. You sort of go, yeah, but you took 25 minutes and you took away Seth Rollins from the rest of the card.
Yeah.
Beating Triple H is not the thing where you go, now you are a star. You could have done that by having a main event, say, of Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. You could have made 2 guys really big there, like we used to do with Rock and Stone Cold. Rock did not have to continually beat Greg the Hammer Valentine. Right?
I would have liked that.
To get over. Yeah. What you did is you took 2 people with a great chemistry and you put them together and the whole sport was lifted. Triple H is like, no, the sport is basically, if you beat me, then you are a big star. And it's just tiring. The crowd only react to it at all when Stephanie goes through a table, which is, again, sort of slightly weird. Yes, it's the table, but it's also that slight thing of they go, yeah.
Women are hurting.
Like it when a woman goes through a table. Lovely stuff. And then Lord. Triple H gets hit with a pedigree by Seth Rollins, and that is the passing of the torch. Torch was passed, but he has other torches.
Yeah, so he's got a cavern full of them.
you don't just have one torch.
No.
If it goes out, you're fucked.